We gonna get it.
Here we go. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy Bigg Steele again with another episode of the Gangster Chronicles podcast. Holding it down for my ninja who been sick, my nigga MC Eiht. But I have my homeboy Uncle Beats. Hood High out hit me up. He told me, he said, man, you got to talk to this brother, man. You know, he's a prolific movie maker out of Dayton, Ohio, my home state. So, you know, I wanted to talk to him, the homie Jason Hampton from Got My Hustle Up ENT. What's happening with you, bro?
What's up with you, bro? I appreciate you having me for sure.
Oh, man, we most definitely had to do it, man. You from my state, man. You from the state would get a lot of hate, Ohio, man. You know, we don't have no big media outlets out there, so I had to reach back, man. And look, few people I got to listen to this podcast, man, put you on here, man, because you got to be the first person from Ohio I've ever met to do film. I know it's another brother out of Cleveland that's doing some things, but you definitely been making some noise, man. You got the fentanyl flick that's been popping up. I actually watched that one. Fentanyl, how many other titles you got out there?
I got Fentanyl. I got 4 other movies that's out on my own. One called Got My Hustle Up. I got a cartoon series called Fuck Child Support. I got another comedy called PUA. And then I got my newest movie called A Dime to a Dollar, which just came out last week.
That just dropped last week, and all of these is on Tubi, right?
Yeah. Tubi and Fentanyl and Got My Hustle Up is on Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's dope, man. So you got them on Amazon Prime too, man. Let me ask you this, man. You being from Ohio, man, what made you decide to get into making films, man?
It really started with my music, and then from there, even with my music, I was always doing like videos with like storylines and stuff into it. So I started with that, and then from there, I just kept on wanting to do stuff. I did my first movie in 2011. I shot it and edited myself on Windows Movie Maker, but I ain't really like how it turned out. And then I reached out to one of my local guys who was doing like a lot of the music videos in my city, and it took us a few years to finally get started on it. But once we got it going, that's when I released my first movie, Got My Hustle Up. So it was a long process, and then nobody really believed I could do it, but I was able to pull it off.
Man,
what was Got My Hustle Up about?
Got My Hustle Up, it was based on a true story. It was about me doing pest control, and it was also about like child support taking my money. So it was basically, like I said, all of it was based on true story about how child support took my money and gave it to my baby mama, and she went and took the money and bought a car. So all this stuff kind of happened in real life. So it was like some shit that really had me about to crash out. I already killed my baby mama, so I really was made a name for my city doing this fuck child support shit. And I was spraying houses for bed bugs. That was one of my last jobs I had. So I was able to.
You know what? I saw that movie, man. I saw that shit right there. I saw that. And I'm gonna tell you now, man, the one thing I know a lot of people talk shit about Tubi movies. Tubi actually got some of the most creative movies I don't ever seen that motherfucker. Some of them storylines be off hook, but I remember seeing that though, bro. And I know you had a movie, you had something that you was doing with King Von before he died. King Von, rest in peace. Y'all had something going on. Let's talk about that, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, King Von, his manager, 100K Track, he had reached out to me on Instagram, and he would just basically let me know he seen my first movie, Got My Hustle Up, and he seen what I did with that. So he more or less was like, man, I know with a bigger budget, you could do something bigger. So, he had me, he told me King Von had this song, Crazy Story, and there was 3 parts to that. So he's like, man, I want to see if you could turn it into a full-length script. So, I hit them back a couple weeks later. I had turned the whole movie into a full-length script. I sent it to them. They liked what I had did, but they was like, man, we like it, but like my lingo I was using, like from Ohio type lingo, they like, man, I want you to come down here to Chicago and get some of our lingo and see how it go. You know what I'm saying? So 100K Track flew me to Chicago, and I thought I was gonna be at like a business meeting or meet them at like an office or something like that. I got to Chicago. I was in Chicago all day waiting for them to respond to my message to the point where they had flew me out there, so I knew they wasn't just going to fly me out there for nothing, but they didn't really respond to like 10 o'clock at night, and they sent me the address, like, man, come to this address, and I was on the highway, then I see the exit, it was like 63rd, and I'm like, shit, man, I wasn't really familiar with him, but I remember hearing that on the song. I'm like, man, I think that's the shit they be rapping about. So like I pulled up and then I seen it was the O block. I seen the Moonlight security outside. So I'm like, damn, You know what I'm saying? Before I left, I told my family I love them just in case something happens. So I didn't really know what to expect. I just knew this was like a life changing opportunity. So they had me come right to O Block. And the first day I was there, I was kind of nervous a little bit, but I was cool because shit, like my city damn near the same way. So I was cool. Then I was only supposed to be there one day. Then they asked me did I want to stay another day, and I told them hell yeah. And I came back again the second day, right back to O Block. And that day I was cool. I had my weed, my bottle, and shit like that. And they had shot a video for his song called Gleesh Place, and I was there. I actually got a little cameo in the video, and it was a good experience for me for real. But like I said, unfortunately, before we got a chance to actually film the movie, he ended up getting killed. So that was like a big motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, discouraged me for real. So ever
Yeah,
since
that
then, I
gotta be something, man. But hold on 1 second. Let me go back. They had you. You was really in this neighborhood.
yeah. They had me in O Block, and this was like it was in August. I forgot the exact date. I had to look at my phone, but I know it was the week of FBG Duck's funeral. So I was out there. It was literally his the day of his funeral was the first day that I was there. Then like the second day was like the day after, and like we went out to a little bar and stuff like that. And it was you could feel the little tension that they had with certain people in there. And we had to leave this one little bar that we was at. We didn't necessarily have to, but I guess they was felt like they was about to get into it with somebody or whatever. So we ended up leaving. And then when we shot that video, Gleesh Place, the Moonlight people shut the video down. And then we went like to the back of O Block, and I was with King Von Manager, 100K Track. We went to the actual dude, his name Gleesh. We went to the back of O Block to his apartment to shoot the inside scenes. And there was a dude, Jerry HD. He was filming the video, and we was in the top, like the top floor of the apartments. I was in there trying to get like behind the scenes footage. And 100K Track, he ended up leaving, going downstairs. The guy, Moonwap, was who was doing, like, he was the one that was showing us around, like, being our security, kind of like while we was there. But they ended up going downstairs, and I thought they was downstairs waiting on me. But when I left, they was gone. They left me down there by myself. So I was all the way back to the O Block, nervous as hell. I had to walk all the way around the whole back of it to get back to my car. So that was a experience right there. That was probably the craziest part of the whole
Oh,
trip.
they just left you there, just left you hanging. You probably was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, that was a crazy experience, man. Like just to be honest, like they were shooting the video. I left out the room after into the hallway, and the elevator wasn't working. And then like they had like the stairwell where I could have went down the steps, but it was like, as an old block building. So I'm like, I don't want to go down the stairwell and get caught up by. So I just thinking all type of shit. So I'm trying to wait for the elevator. I get on the elevator and get down. I'm thinking I'm gonna see some people, but wasn't nobody down there. So I was about to start recording on my phone or something, but I didn't want to draw no attention and make it seem like I wasn't supposed to be there. So I just had to power walk all the way around that motherfucker.
Let me ask you this, because my city is something else, Chicago's something else, right? But with you not being from there, I'm sure you suspected that they had enemies, well, ops as they say, and beefs going on. But did you have any idea how serious it was that people are really getting killed when you went there? Did you figure that out later when people from O Block was indicted for killing FBG Duck?
Well, now, like when I went there, like when he wanted me to do the movie, I did my research and got more familiar with it because I wasn't really familiar. So when I left, I had told my family, and how everybody be hearing about Chicago, all the people was getting killed and shit like that. And I knew he was involved, so I just was taking a precaution, telling my family I love them just in case something was to happen. And then when I got there and I was actually in O Block and I was looking, and a lot of them niggas was smaller, around my size. So it wasn't like what I expected. They was like younger niggas than me. So they was like, damn, these little niggas and shit, you feel me? Who I was with all the niggas that end up getting indicted, like Moo Wop and all them niggas and shit. So when I was there, I wasn't necessarily thinking of it. But then like when I was hearing like King Von, like one of his people had got out of jail or something, and that like the second night I was there and they was talking about, so that's what they wanted me. They wanted me there like to just sit around them and hear them talking and to hear their lingo and shit. So they just had me just in the mix. So one of the conversations one of the dudes was talking about, they was actually talking about like, bro, King Von, like, bro, you remember that last time before you went in, we shot old buddy. Da, 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 da. They was talking about actually talking about shootings and shit. You feel me? They
Damn.
want Yeah, so it was some shit like that to where I was just in the middle of just chilling, politics, just listening. So you know what I'm saying? That was my that's what they had me down there for, just the politic and just seeing how they just was conversating and communicating. Then like the first
Did
night
you
I was
think they
there,
was cause I'm like you. I knew King Von. That was my little guy. One of the nicest you could meet, right? Did you think Muwap and I, did you think they was as dangerous as they turned out to be when you was hanging around them?
nah, hell nah. But like I said, the first night I was there, I thought like they had me parked at this auto zone. It was an auto
Across
zone
the
like
street.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they like the one nigga Gleech told me to park in the auto zone, so I ain't thinking nothing of it. And then when it was time to leave the first night, 100K track, like where your car at? I'm like, it's at the auto zone. He like, why the hell you park at the auto zone? Like, and he was making like I was like I couldn't walk back to the auto zone, so they put me in this bulletproof truck. Like, but I guess they put King Von in this other car, and they was talking about like I guess that was like they put me in like the decoy car, like the car that they was people was gonna think the King Von was in. So they put me in a bulletproof truck, and they pulled me over to my car and shit. You feel me? And let me out. So I knew it. Then, like I said, the second night when we was doing like 100K track, he was like the nigga Muwa was like our chaperone, like security type guy, and I was looking at him wondering like, man, why they got this nigga being our like he was just me, just us three and this other dude. So I'm like, but after I seen he was like one of the main ones that did that shit. So
I want
it was
everybody to listen to what you just said. So you're saying you would park AutoZone is directly across the street from Old Block, but they had to
yeah,
drive you across the street
yeah.
In a
They drove me.
bulletproof, hold on, in a bulletproof van.
in a bulletproof
Yeah, they
van.
put me in the bulletproof truck. They put me in the bulletproof truck, put me in the back, and King Von got in a different car, but they put me in that one, and they dropped me off in my car, and I got in my car, and they asked me did I want to stay another day. I said hell yeah. So that was just my dedication to how much I was willing to put my life on the line, try to get this movie done, and then like they knew that they couldn't shoot all the movie in Chicago, so they was leaving it up to me to find somewhere else to shoot the other scenes that wasn't in O Block because they knew they couldn't shoot. So I was trying to get them to shoot it in my city, Dayton, Ohio, because I know my city on some shit that compared to Chicago they could get that same look. So that's why I had it set up for him to come to my city November 14th for a show, and he ended up getting killed, like I said, the week before that. So
Wow.
that
Damn. So you know what? Let me ask you this. So you got to spend a couple of days with King Von, and like the homeboy Beats just said, he said he was a real laid back young cat. Did you see any? Did you see any psychopathic tendencies in him at all when you was hanging out with him? Because he was a little murdering motherfucker.
yeah, well like it was like me like from my city. I was my city a home of a lot of killers and shit like that. A lot of people not
I'm
to put
already
shit.
knowing, yeah, Dayton get with it. Dayton gets busy.
I was already used to being around that type of environment, so I wasn't really thinking of it like that. So when they had me down there for the movie, I remember being in O Block the first night, and I end up next to King Von. I end up
Hold on,
next
man.
to
There you go. You was going out for a minute.
yeah, my bad. Somebody keep calling my phone, but yeah, I was next to him, so I felt like this was the time to try to ask him about like whether he had on any input for his movie or anything like that. And when I got to talking to him, he kind of looked at me like I was crazy. You feel me? Like I wasn't like I necessarily wasn't supposed to talk to him. Then like one of his dudes said basically like I had to like if I had something I wanted to say, I had to say it to the other nigga first. You feel me? So it was just shit like that. Like it was just kind of awkward on that situation. Then we was in the studio and I was recording just behind the scenes shit. Then he sent one of his other niggas over there to tell me like not to record because he didn't want nobody to like screen record none of his new music and shit like that. But I could
Mhm.
just tell that he had like all his people in check that they was following his lead, like whatever he said, like he really was running shit over there.
So let me ask you this. So you still got the footage?
Yeah, I got a lot of the behind the scenes shit. Like I said, when I was at the apartment, when they were shooting the Gleesh video and stuff like that, I got behind the scenes footage and a lot of stuff. But like my first night I was there, I was just trying to like I was just you feel me? I ain't really want to just be recording everything, and they was just talking about certain shit. So I was just trying to let them know I was cool. Cause when I first came in there, when Honey Track first introduced me to him, and he took me in the room with them niggas inside the apartment. They was looking at me like I was crazy because a lot of people don't think that I make movies because I look how I look like a regular street nigga. You feel me?
Right.
So when Trey brought me in there, he like, this the guy that make the movies, and then they like, man, I had to show him my movie trailer to my first movie, and when they seen some people like my dude Murder Pain, who they seen from Detroit, but I knew like I fast forwarded it to the end. At the end of my trailer, this guy get his head blown off. So you know what I'm saying? I fast forwarded that part so they could see that, and they're like, oh hell yeah, I fuck with you know what I'm saying. So it was some shit like that. I knew they were but at first they didn't really think that I was.
You do understand why he was looking at you crazy and felt the way, right?
Yeah, I understood. And like I said, I know a lot of people don't think I'm a filmmaker. You
Right,
feel me? Like
right,
how
exactly.
I know I'm not the average filmmaker and shit. And even how I run my business and all my titles, like I said, I got the Fit Now movie, Fuck Child Support. Got my hustle up shit about me hitting the lick on some weed and shit. So all my topics kind of touchy. So you know what I'm saying.
I gotta say
it
this.
Sound like hold on, Beats, hold on, man, hold on, bro.
Right.
It sounded like he was kind of paranoid a little bit, or am I tripping?
Who Don?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, know me and shit. So I know like when I first like I said, 100K Track, his manager, the one introduced me to it. So it more or less was like, as long as I was going through one of them, you know what I'm saying, he was cool. Like when they introduced me and shit, and I showed him the trailer. But yeah, he was definitely on it. Like I said, when we went to I went to the studio by myself. Like 100K Track ain't even come. They just sent me the address, and I ended up going to the studio. So I just kept on. I think they were just seeing like I was just coming everywhere by myself. Like I just wanted them niggas. I was already out there, so I was moving fears. Like I ain't give a fuck. Then even like the second day I was there, I remember like I'd be smoking swishers, and all them niggas got to talking shit. I said something to 100K Track, like ain't nobody got no swishers. They like, hey, this nigga smoking swishers. They started laughing, talking shit. I was talking shit back to them niggas like, hell yeah, I smoke swishers. But they was all smoking like backwoods and shit. So I think they were just, but I was just letting niggas know like shit. I was speaking up. You feel me? So it was just
Hey,
shit
Jason,
like that.
you know, I'm gonna ask you something real quick, man, because this could probably break the internet. You said you got some of that footage?
Yeah. I got some of it, but not like the. See, I was filming shit with my phone. I ain't got like we were supposed to actually do the movie, but yeah, I got some of the footage where I was outside though with some niggas. Hell yeah. Then he was
Think we
going
could show?
live.
You think we could show the Gangster Chronicles audience a little bit of that footage?
Yep. I can send you some.
We just go hold on now. Let me make a clarification. We just go show y'all a few minutes of this stuff right now. So y'all getting the exclusive, the world premiere. Because this is like some of King Von's last days, right?
Yeah. This was in like August, where he got killed in like November. So yeah, I got some. I just had to go through my phone and send you some of it. But yeah, I got a couple different things that I got.
So, well, hold on, because you know we doing this professional. We gonna cut to this right now and show y'all a little bit of something. Live and direct, man. The homie Jason Hampton out there doing big things in Chicago in the belly of the beast in O Block. With King Von, all them killers, murderers that you hear about now, all them dudes that got indicted out there in the belly of the beast. But that's why he, the CEO, got my hustle up entertainment. He willing to go whatever. That's how niggas do. We get it. So this is a world premiere right here. Hold on. It's a world premiere. Introduce this shit right here, Jason.
Well, you already know, man. Check out the behind the scenes of little footage of me in O Block.
Damn, man.
Finally, he walked with a king. Damn, re-rock. That was gay, man. I got me a free drop. Hey, DQ. You threw that bitch on tour, didn't it? It's a heavy little boy that kick rock. Same put on those guns in my video. You know they ain't rock. That's me shit. We'll never do stop. I don't think I can this motherfucker solo. They just let me in. Then every time right here. I'm a savage, I'm straight from the way. Just a hit, I don't think I got press. It's 2 a.m. We live in the club. So folks look like that spin. Pumping that bitch. 30 out, pumping that bitch, 30 out. Hey, got that spin that bitch. Ooh. I made this rap for name. You don't think this is gonna change?
Nigga do this shit. Solo. The city on my back, nigga. Dating shit, nigga. Nigga do this shit for real. Hold on, nigga. So shout out to my Ohio people on here tuned in.
Yo, O Block.
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, this motherfucker, man. Got my hustler shit. Shout out.
Going swing. Woke up, ain't doing no drive-by. Beat that bitch on salad. Wild that nigga from the south side. Nigga killed your homie on me and come outside. I fucked your bitch on purpose. The boys came in, we working. My son come on, she twerking. All the ops, they broke. They broke ass. Send the text, they get right with you. That was something they looked at them. We was trying to put up the guns in the huddle. For real though.
Nigga trying to have on the chain, that O Block shit, man.
Yes, sir.
They don't know what it is, O Block, we ain't motherfucker. I'm from Ohio, you got my niggas, Ohio niggas tuned in on this shit. Yeah, you already know what it is. Real O Block shit, man, this motherfucker. Real O Block shit, this motherfucker. Shout out to you niggas, man. Crazy story, the movie coming soon, man. Produced and written by Jason, nigga. You already know that. Coming soon.
You wanna drill no more. Bitch, I would've butted you out. You could've stayed at my house. You could've figured it out. What he say? What he say? I was wondering where he getting out. What he gonna hang with now? Man, that nigga dangerous now. He might end up taking me out. He might end up taking me out, man. He might end up taking me down.
Sad rap with this shit, boy. It's going down, boy. Sad rap, nigga. Crazy story. The movie coming soon, man.
Hit up all weight. Now I'm in Glee's place. Shit is in Glee's face. It was like 50K.
Police done came try to shut this shit down. They done came try to shut it down, boy. Police trying to shut this shit down. Behind the scenes shit, man. They trying to shut us down, nigga. Niggas smoking right in front of these niggas. Fuck the police, nigga. Man, this motherfucker. Yeah. This motherfucker. You can't move how you be on some shit. Yeah.